Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is on fragrances that I am currently obsessed with. So this could be ones I just recently received and I'm absolutely loving, or they are ones that I've just been reaching for a lot lately. Some of them are ones I've been wearing a lot during the month of January, February, and I just kind of wanted to share them with you. So they're like my current sort of favorite perfume obsessions. So if you're interested in seeing what that is, then definitely stay tuned. If this is your first time here on this channel, we talk mostly about perfume. So if that is your thing, definitely make sure to head on down and hit the subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first fragrance that I will chat with you about is one that I haven't talked about in a really long time, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to bring it up and kind of give you my thoughts on it, because I did purchase this one at least 2 or 3 months ago. This is Glossier You, and this one is kind of described by people as being you but better, or smelling like you but better. And it doesn't look like I've worn a lot from this point of view, but if you actually turn it upside down, you can see that I have actually put a little bit of a dent in it. And the reason for that is I have been actually wearing this to work sometimes. I find this to be a really good fragrance to wear to an environment where you don't really want to smell like perfume, and you don't want to have too much of a strong perfumey smell. Maybe there's, sensitivities. I mean, if there's sensitivities, don't wear perfume at all, but it's a good perfume to wear in a situation when you want to smell as though you're really not wearing any perfume. So this has notes of iris. I believe that there's powdery notes. I think there might be musk in here as well. And what this really smells like to me is sort of a cross between pencil shavings and makeup powder, sort of. So it kind of has, it's got a very feminine, soft, powdery sense to it. And it's quite pleasant. It's a little bit soapy, but not too soapy, very musky. And this is one that I really kind of like, in the beginning, I was not sure about it, and I kept it mostly for the bottle. I kept it mostly because I had heard so many good things about this one, and it has become one of those ones I grab for when I kind of just want to smell good but don't really want to wear perfume. I guess that's what it's good for, right? And actually, this does have pretty good lasting power on your clothing. On my skin, I don't find it to last very long, but on clothing, it does have pretty decent lasting power, and it kind of just smells like a clean, fresh girl, and I mean that, girl as opposed to woman. Like, it does have a little bit of more of a youthful kind of a smell to it. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this one actually, and I think the bottle is also quite cute. I like that there's like a little thumbprint there. I just think it's kind of a cute little, quirky little bottle. So anyways, I thought I was going to sell this one initially when I first got it, but changed my mind about that one. The next one that I've still been reaching for occasionally is my Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle. Not as much in the last couple of weeks, but this is one that I was definitely wearing toward the end of December, beginning of January. This one I was wearing for quite a few days in a row. I really enjoyed it. I have put a little bit of a dent in the bottle. It's about, I don't know, like 20% gone maybe. And yeah, I have been really enjoying this one. So I've kind of been giving it a break lately. If you guys haven't smelled this before, this is a pear, vanilla, and vetiver fragrance. And it's very sweet. It's very feminine. It's, fairly seductive. Sometimes I find it on me to be almost a little too much when I first spray it. I do have to go a little bit lighter with this one and spray not too close to my face, because it can be very overwhelming if you put too much. But I do really like it. I think I like the dry down of this most. I like the sensuality of it. I like the vanilla. I like how it's so feminine. I like how it's not too complex. It's very easy to grab and go. And yeah, just a compliment getter. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel sweet. And it's one of those perfumes when you wear, you just kind of know that you smell good. So yeah, I won't spend too much time on this one. Everybody knows about this one, but that is the next one that I've been wearing the most over the last month or so. The next one that I have been grabbing for lately is Kilian Princess. And what I find really interesting about doing these videos or looking back to see what you've been grabbing for is it's very telling about the types of perfumes you actually like to wear, because I have some perfumes in my collection that I would call my favorites, but yet I don't always reach for those so-called favorites. But I do tend to reach for a lot of other perfumes that I wouldn't have considered a favorite, like this one. So this is Kilian Princess, and this one again I find to be a very easy grab and go, light, fluffy, feminine fragrance. It's not too offensive, it's not too over the top, it doesn't have beast mode performance. And specifically the one I've been reaching for is my travel spray. You can see that I have put a pretty good dent in my travel spray. It's almost half gone, and that has happened just in the last couple of weeks. I decided I wanted to use up my travel spray before getting into my big bottle because when I travel, I don't know if I'll be bringing this. Like, this is good for a weekend getaway, but I don't think I would bring this on a vacation. So I decided that just for a weekend getaway, I could bring my big bottle, and I'm just kind of trying to use this one up because there's no point in having both of them. So if you haven't smelt Princess before, this is a very fluffy, soft marshmallow fragrance. It's cozy. It does have a little bit of a tea note in it, so it does have a tiny bit of a green, sort of a freshness to it. It's a very unique marshmallow scent. And yeah, I've just been enjoying it. Lately, we've been having really cold weather, like literally minus 40 degrees Celsius. And it's just been one of those weeks where you couldn't possibly wear a freshie. Like, you need something cozy and warm and a little heavier. And I've been really, really enjoying this one. So the next one that I have actually been grabbing a lot for is Montal Chocolate Greedy. This is one that really surprises me, you guys. And again, this is a testament to A, taking your time with your fragrances, and B, sometimes what you think is your favorite is not actually your favorite. Because I would not consider this to be a favorite of mine. Like, I would never think this is a favorite of my fragrances, but I do reach for this a lot. So this is a very powdery, sort of a pastry-like chocolate fragrance. It does have some vanilla, it does have some dried fruits. When I first received this, probably about a month and a half ago, to me, this really smelled like hot chocolate powder, like the powder that you would find in a tub of hot chocolate. Sort of like a cake batter smell almost. It's very soft, it's very fluffy, it's very powdery, but when I first smelt it, I thought for sure I would never ever wear this. I thought that is too gourmand, it is way too chocolatey, it doesn't smell like a perfume. I really did not think I was going to enjoy this, and when I first got it, I was fairly certain I was going to be selling it. But this is one that I actually really, really like the sillage, and I really like that little kind of scent bubble that I get when I wear this one. So when I first spray it, or when I spray it on paper, I don't love it, but this is one that when I catch a waft of it or a whiff of it, whatever, coming up on the air, I think, oh my gosh, it smells so good, I smell so good. And this is one that I really like to spray this in the nape of my neck, in sort of behind my ears, one on either side at the nape of my neck, and a little bit of it gets in my hair, and you can just smell that, you know, as you're moving around, when your ponytail swings or whatever, you can smell this throughout the whole day. And it is such a lovely, comforting, sweet, soft, chocolatey, feminine scent. It becomes a little bit more vanilla. I'm really impressed with this overall. I find it to be very long lasting. I find it to be perfectly feminine and just really enjoyable. It's one of those ones that I actually really enjoy wearing. So I have been reaching for this actually a lot. The next fragrance that I am sort of what you would say obsessed with is Flora Botanica from Balenciaga. So this one I haven't been wearing lately because, as I said, it has been way too cold to wear this fragrance. This is definitely a warmer weather fragrance. I have been wanting to test this out like throughout the day. I wanted to wear it to the gym the other day, but it was just way too cold outside, and this can come across a little bit sharp, I find, if it's too cold out. I really think that it performs well with your skin chemistry. I think it performs really well in the heat. So yeah, I do think this is a warm weather perfume, and this is just gorgeous, you guys. This is one that I recently talked about, and if you haven't seen those videos or my other videos, this is one that I didn't think I liked. Every time I would go smell it in the store, I did not think I liked it. Then when I heard it was possibly being discontinued, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go get a bottle because worst come to worst, I can always sell it. And I ended up really, really liking it. And then I kind of saw what the hype was with this fragrance. So this is one that I'm kind of a little bit obsessed with right now. I just keep coming up to it and sniffing the bottle, and I can't seem to get enough. I actually wore it to bed last night, you guys. That's actually a nice time to wear this too. One spray, you do not need much, it's very strong. One spray on each hand, and it's just like the nicest, like when you smell your hand as you're laying in bed, it is so nice. What I get from this, I get a lot of rose, I do get the carnation, I get a little bit of cannabis, I get the mint, and it's just kind of a dry green, minty, almost like herbal-esque type of a fragrance. Not herbal like kitchen cupboard cooking herbs, like, I don't know, it's just really beautiful, you guys. It's such a gorgeous fragrance. And again, not too much. The very first time I wore this, I did go oversprayer because I thought that I would need to, and you don't. For a floral fragrance and for a green, sort of a fresh fragrance, you do not need to spray very much of this, and I wouldn't spray it really close to your nose, like up around your neck or something, because it's just going to be too much. But I absolutely love this one, you guys. I can't say enough good things about that one. So that is Flora Botanica from Balenciaga. And the last one that I'm currently a little bit obsessed with, I don't think this would be a very honest video if I didn't include this one, and you're probably going to hear a lot about this one in the future. This is Christian Louboutin Loubirouge. So this fragrance, you guys, I have talked about wanting in my collection in previous videos, and I really didn't waste any time getting it. This was a blind purchase. It was a very risky blind purchase because if I didn't like it, it would have been quite a lot of money down the drain. But I was so confident that I would like this one, and I mostly just wanted it for not only the note composition that looked so good, but also the style of the bottle. The lid is just absolutely to die for. This is such a kind of an out there, extravagant work of art of a perfume bottle. Very, very heavy. This is an absolutely gorgeous vanilla fragrance. This has notes of cardamom, iris, and vanilla. I did pass it by my boyfriend last night, and he is obsessed with it. He finds it very sexy. To me, it smells very cozy, very, it's a little bit woody, like that cardamom gives it a little bit of a woody quality. It's a little bit powdery. It's got a little bit of vanilla. Everything is so perfectly blended that you don't really get one note a whole lot more than the other. The cardamom that's in here is not masculine. It is not piercing. It doesn't bother your nose. It's not like a sharp masculine cardamom. It's a very subtle, very sexy cardamom that sort of just mixes well with that vanilla and that iris and becomes a little bit woody. And this perfume is supposed to be reminiscent, or it's supposed to represent being at a cabaret in Paris. It's supposed to evoke those kind of feelings, and it truly does have that, like, a very luxurious, fun, sexy, nighttime kind of a vibe about it. It's an absolutely beautiful fragrance. If you want something to compare it to, it is a little bit similar to Bois d'Argent from Dior, and it is a little bit similar to Bois d'Iris from Van Cleef & Arpels. However, I don't love those two fragrances, the aforementioned. I do love this one, and I think it's because this one has a touch more of a sexy femininity about it. That's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of other people love Bois d'Argent and Bois d'Iris. So I thought I would just give you another look at the cap, just kind of give you an overview. This thing is so heavy. If you ever needed a weapon, this would be a great weapon. And this is the bottle itself. And how stunning is this bottle, you guys? It is so beautiful. This is honestly one of my favorite new fragrances, and this is one I actually enjoy wearing. I wore it last night, and it just lasts forever on your clothing. I could still smell it on my clothing the next day. It lasts for a very long time on your skin. Oh my gosh, you guys, it has such a unique smell. I don't even know how to describe it. It's so sexy, you guys. Like, it really is. It's very feminine and very, like, expensive smelling, you know. It's not one of those, it's not a sexy clubbing perfume. It's nothing like that. This is definitely more of a expensive, extravagant, posh, sexy fragrance. So yeah, it's good. It's good. That's all I can say. It's just really good. And the bottle's amazing. It looks so incredible sitting on a vanity or on a perfume tray. Truly one of my best purchases yet. So yeah, I'm so happy I bought this. Like I said in my last video, this is worth every penny. And I highly recommend going out and checking that one out. So that was it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing my thoughts on these fragrances. I would love to know down below if you have any of them, what your thoughts are on them. And I will see you guys all next time. Bye for now.